I'm Tom, and I'm very happy you're here with me today.
In this episode, we will talk about a new and exciting idea. The idea is this: you can learn English every day. Not only from books, not only from grammar, not only from long lists of vocabulary. Your normal morning, your normal coffee, your normal walk, your normal cooking, your normal conversations with people around you.
Ain't 아시험자가 everything can teach you English.
This method is powerful, but it is super simple. Today, I will show you how to turn your daily life into a language lab. A language lab means a place where you learn and practice language.
In core, usually a language lab is a special room in a school.
But here, your lab is your home, your kitchen, your phone, your bus ride, your job, your free time, or your favorite cafe. Your whole world becomes a classroom. And don't worry, everything today will be in a clear, friendly, beginning level English. If I use a difficult word, I will define it right away. So sit back, relax, and let's begin.
Why do many people study English for many years but still cannot speak it with confidence?
Most people believe learning only happens in a classroom or inside a book. They think learning means going through grammar pages, doing short exercises, taking tests, and then repeating the same cycle again and again. But real English does not live inside a book.
Real English lives in the world around you.
It lives in the sounds you hear on the street. On the street.
It lives in the short conversations you hear from people around you.
Or into movies you watch.
It lives in the subtitles you read on TV. It lives in the playlists you listen to on Spotify. It even lives in the simple thoughts inside your mind as you go through your day. Imagine you go to the supermarket, you walk inside, you choose a bottle of water, and you take a moment to look at the label, which happens to be in English. The label says, still water. Natural mineral water in one small moment without any special effort. You already learned several useful words. Still, water means water without gas. Mineral means the water has natural chemicals that are good for your health. Natural means something that comes from nature and is not artificial. Label means the small sticker on a product that gives information about what it is. You see, you did not open a textbook and spoke. You did not write anything in a notebook. You did not translate or memorize anything. You simply lived your normal life, and English appeared naturally in front of you. This is the magic of everyday English. It is real, it is simple, it is useful, and it is completely connected to your actual life. And these small moments repeated day after day are what helps you become fluent, slowly, gently, and step by step. Okay, my friends, now let's go deeper. I want to show you how every part of your daily routine can become a small English lesson. Let's start with some common activities. Your morning coffee, your commute, your cooking time, your shopping, and your entertainment. Each part has English inside it. We just need to open our eyes and pay attention. Okay, let's begin with something simple and universal. Your morning drink. Maybe you drink coffee, maybe tea, maybe water, maybe juice. No problem. Even this small moment can help your English.
Gonna worry. Imagine you wake up, you feel sleepy.
You walk to your kitchen, you make coffee. Here is how to learn English in this moment. When you pick up your coffee cup, say to yourself, this coffee smells strong. This coffee tastes sweet. I like the warm feeling. This helps me start my day. The key idea is narrate your life, okay? Narrate your life. Narrate means describe something, like a story. A story. Now, talking to yourself is a powerful technique for fluency. Why? Because you use simple, real words. You connect English to real life to your real life. You practice thinking in English without stress. Now let's add more examples. When you add milk, you could say, I'm adding milk. Probably. It looks creamy. It looks creamy. Yeah.
When you stir your spoon, say, I'm mixing everything.
When you take a sip, say, this is good. It wakes me up. These are small sentences, but small steps build big fluency. All right, now let's move on to grocery shopping. This is one of the best places to learn everyday English. Even if you live in a country where the labels are not written in English. Many learners think they can only learn English in a classroom. But your supermarket can also teach you a lot. All you need is attention, curiosity, and simple English sentences in your mind. Let's imagine you walk into a supermarket in your own country.
The signs and labels around you might be in your local language.
But you can still turn the whole experience into an English lesson.
You do this by describing everything you see, everything you want to buy.
And everything you do in English inside your mind or quietly to yourself. For example, you walk into the store and you see different sections. Even if the signs are not in English, you can say the English names. You see the bread section and say, this is the bakery section. You see the milk, cheese, and yogurt section and say, these are dairy products.
Dairy means foods made from milk.
You see apples, bananas, cucumbers, and tomatoes and say, this is the fruits and vegetables section. And you see a freezer and think, these are frozen foods. Like frozen means very cold with ice inside it. You pass shelves with chips, biscuits, and chocolate and say, these are snacks. You see cleaning products, soap, paper towels, and think these are household items. Household means things you need for your home. In this way, you create your own English environment. Even if everything around you is written in another language, every small section becomes a small lesson.
Now, imagine you start picking up items.
You take a bag of rice. Instead of reading the local label, you describe it in English.
This is rice. I use it for cooking.
It is long grain rice. I need to wash it before I cook it. You take a yogurt and say, this is yogurt. It is low fat. Low fat means it does not have a lot of fat. You take a box of cereal and think this has whole grain. Whole grain means it is made from healthy grains. You take a pack of chicken and say, this chicken is boneless. Boneless means it has no bone. It is skinless. Skinless means the skin has been removed. You're not reading English on the package. You are adding English to the package. You are giving everything an English name. This is just as powerful as reading an English label. Now let's talk about one very helpful technique. Practice asking simple English questions in your mind. Even though the workers in the supermarket may not speak English, you can still train your brain to form natural English questions. For example, think to yourself, where can I find the pasta? Do you have almond milk? What is the difference between these two items? You don't need anyone to answer. The goal is to practice forming real English questions. Now imagine walking down the aisles. Aisles are the long paths between shelves. As you move through the store, you talk to yourself in simple English sentences. I am looking for something healthy. I think this is too expensive. I do not know this brand. These tomatoes look fresh. This bread feels soft. I need something easy to cook. These small sentences help you connect English to real objects and real actions in your life. In your life, this kind of English stays in your memory for a long time because it is practical and meaningful. So even if you live far from any English-speaking country, your supermarket can still become a small English classroom. You are living your life and learning at the same time. And every visit teaches you a few more words, a few more phrases, and a little more confidence. Okay, my friends, now let's talk about commuting. Your daily commute is a very big opportunity to learn English. The word commute means the regular trip you take from your home to your job, your school, or any other place you visit often. One of the best things you can do is to listen to English while you travel. You can listen to English Unleashed, to audiobooks, to YouTube videos, or even simple English music. And it does not matter. If you do not understand everything, that is completely normal. Your brain still learns. Your ear becomes stronger. You start to get used to the rhythm of English. You can tell yourself small sentences like, I'm listening for new words today. I do not understand everything, but it is okay. This audio helps me learn the rhythm of English. The rhythm helps me speak more naturally. These thoughts keep you motivated and relaxed. Now, even if you live in a country where most things are in your local language, you can still find small pieces of English around you.